gentlemen, welcome back to Cosmic Spotlight with me, Evan Comics of the Comic Book Fiend Club East Chapter. For today's third ever episode, we will be spotlighting an American writer, editor, scripter, and occasional penciler whose long-standing contributions to Marvel are well known and regarded specifically. And that is Mr. Mark Gruenwald. Mark unfortunately passed away in 1996 due to a heart attack from an unsuspected congenital heart defect, so you won't see any signature series slabs floating around, and not a lot of people have had the very good privilege of meeting him at some of those earlier conventions and have had the privilege to find out what a great personality and splendid person he really is. Once again, it is my hope that through this video and our passion for collecting and our love for Mark's work that he can live on once more. Let's learn a little bit about the life and times of Mr. Mark Gruenwald. In Mark's early career, he had a self-published fanzine called Omniverse. It dealt with making sense of comic book universes and cohesive histories and how parallel worlds, time travel, or alternate dimensions played in a part in the universal scope of fiction. 2 issues came out before Mark was hired by Marvel in 1978 to work full-time, where he remained for the rest of his career. Starting as an assistant editor alongside Jim Shooter and eventually reaching full editorship, Mark was in charge of the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Woman, and What If. In the early 80s, he began working as a fill-in penciler and eventually became the main penciler of the popular Hawkeye limited series, as well as issues of What If, Marvel Team-Up Annual, and The Incredible Hulk. As a writer, Mark co-wrote the first ever limited series for Marvel Comics, Marvel Superheroes Contest of Champions, alongside Stephen Grant and Bill Mantlo. Gruenwald is arguably best known for creating the 15-volume official handbook of the Marvel Universe and his 10-year stint writing Captain America between 85 and 95, where he contributed several notable characters such as Crossbones, Diamondback, and US Agent. Mark made a deliberate effort to create villains who would be specific to Captain America, as opposed to generic foes who could as easily have been introduced in another comic book series, which is very admirable of him. Gruenwald also showed amazing success with his 60-issue run of Quasar from 89 to 94, but he considered his greatest work to be the mid-80s 12-issue miniseries Squadron Supreme, telling the story of an alternate universe where a group of well-intended superheroes decide that they would be best suited to run the planet. As Marvel's executive editor, Mark was the cosmic bureaucracy that regulated the Marvel multiverse, which we are incredibly thankful for today, now that much of comics is dominated by alternate realities. He was such a dedicated comic legend that it was well known how upon his death, he wanted his ashes mixed in with the ink for comic books. Honoring that request, Mark's ashes were mixed in with the ink used to print the first printing of the trade paperback compilation of Squadron Supreme, which you can still buy today. The Squadron Supreme series is my personal favorite work of Mark's, and its influence can even still be seen today. There was nothing like it before, and I truly believe that you do not get the Boys without the Watchmen, and you do not get the Watchmen without the Squadron Supreme and how influential those themes are. I now have some books in my personal collection that I would love to show you guys before this video ends. So first off, I have a reprinted collection of the Contest of Champions 3-issue miniseries that he was very famous and well noted for. This was actually a Secret Santa gift from my good friend NASA, and I still have the label on there saying it was a Secret Santa gift, but I love this series. I also got the Hawkeye miniseries that I was mentioning to you guys before, all 4 issues here, featuring Mockingbird. There's a lot of really good Marvel miniseries out there, but this one is one of my personal favorites. Oh, look at that cover. I love that one in the coffin. I also have some books from the Captain America run that he did. This is issue 363, featuring Crossbones on the cover, which is now a character that we know that Mark created, and it's a really cool retro cover. Look at those colors. And I also have issue 407, featuring Capwolf from the Lord of the Wolves storyline. Also has Cable on the cover and Wolverine in the back. Really cool. Here's issue number 1 of the 60-issue Quasar series that he did. Quasar is a really cool character who I expect to show up in movies at some point because I just love cosmically charged superheroes. Yeah, but this was a really good book as well. I also have an issue from volume 1 of What If, number 32, What If the Avengers had became pawns of Korvac. If you guys remember the Korvac saga and how cool of a cosmic villain that Korvac was, very awesome. I have this really cool book called Star Blast number 1. Not a lot of people know about it, but it is a nice little Adam Warlock cosmic series as well. Everything on my channel is cosmic, isn't it? I just love cosmic books. This is a really cool one. Look at that cover. That's space opera excellence. This is a really cool one as well, and this one Mark is actually the scripter. He's not the head writer, but he did basically plan out most of this book, and it is The Wedding of Medusa and Black Bolt, Fantastic Four Annual number 18. A cool Kree and Skrull battle on the cover, another awesome Fantastic Four wedding. And this is my personal favorite work of Mark's besides the Squadron Supreme series that I mentioned to you guys before, but like my favorite that I actually own. And it is a 3-issue miniseries from 1995, 1 year before Mark's passing, and it is Star Masters, a small team of Silver Surfer, my favorite superhero, Beta Ray Bill, and Quasar. That's issue 1. Here is issue 2, and here is issue 3, a really awesome cosmically charged story. And finally, we have a really cool Marvel Illustrated swimsuit issue where Mark was the chief editor of Marvel at the time, so he edited on this book. And last but not least, this is a very recent pickup. It is the Squadron Supreme Marvel Omnibus. So this is a bad boy containing all of those early Squadron Supreme books, even coming up to the 2000s, and it contains that 12-issue miniseries of Squadron Supreme that we mentioned before. Really awesome George Perez work on the front, and Mark Gruenwald is one of the main contributors. As you can see, his name immediately at the front, still in the saran wrap, really awesome. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this episode of Cosmic Spotlight. I have been Evan Comics. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and remember to collect what you... Whoa, oh my god, stop everything. I actually forgot that I have a comic book signed by Mark. Yup, Marvel Live #0 from 1993. Awesome Stan Lee cover, but I got the interior signed by Scott Lobdell, Danny Fingeroth, and Mark Gruenwald. Don't believe me? Oh yeah! I'm just gonna flip through this gently. Scott Lobdell, Danny Fingeroth, Mr. Mark Gruenwald. Boom. Okay, really for real this time. Get out of here. Have a good day. Collect what you love.